Hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Patara with you today. Got some sad news, y'all. So if you watched the previous video from yesterday, you know that we had a sick hen. We brought her in from the barn yesterday morning. I found her. She was kind of out, if you will. She was sitting up. She was eating and drinking. We placed her and separated her in a separate cage. Anytime you find a hen or an animal of any sort like that, you clearly need to separate them, assess what's going on. Well, based on our assessment yesterday, I thought that she was just under some type of stress. Be it the flock was mean to her, meaning potentially, maybe obviously a rooster got to her. Maybe it was a combination of the heat. As I was driving and we were going to the Tennessee Trail of Tears Symposium last night, late yesterday afternoon, it was 96 degrees in mid-September. Last night, she was sitting up, eating and drinking, just kind of chilling in her cage, no big deal. This morning, I found her. If you noticed here, we have a soft shell egg. I'm being real delicate with it because it'll just pop right here in the video. I don't think it was an egg-bound situation, but it could be. If you are thinking that that's a potential, typically they walk funny. They walk like a penguin. They kind of squawk down like a penguin. You might see them flexing their vent because they're trying to pass it. We didn't see any of that. I think this was a stress situation. I think it's a combination of heat. So it's a really good idea right now, even though it's September and we're thinking about fall and pumpkin spice lattes. It's not. I feel like a spice latte. 96 degrees is really hot, y'all. So we did what we could. You win some and you lose some, folks. I mean, it's just like that. But the bottom line is that you always do what's best for your animals as quickly as you can. I feel that we did here in this scenario. I feel that we always do. We found hens before that were stressed. We pull them, we keep them, aside for a couple of days or a week or whatever, and they go right back and have no issues. You have issues where you go out in the barn and you might find something like this and you don't know who laid it. And then a week later or a day later or 2 days later, you might find a hen that's passed. Could be related. We just don't know. But what we do know is that we should respect our animals as best we can, separate them when we know that we are sick. And, that's what we did here. So while it's sad news that she's passed, and that's not what the ideal situation is for anybody, the only positive and the lining here is the fact that we didn't have to make a decision, because having to make a decision with an animal is very, very tough. It's a very sensitive issue. So nonetheless, hope you're doing well. Sorry to pass this information on to you, but if you find one of these, keep your eyes out. A lot of times we say, oh, it's a calcium deficiency, and it is. But they can also start to lay these because of stress, heat, environment. Sometimes a predator situation that you're not aware of yet. You just don't know. But what you do know is that you can do the best that you can. We appreciate you watching this video. We'll see you on the next one.